Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons, issue number 1. That's right, folks. This is something I've been waiting for a very long time when it comes to these both old monster stuff and just character stuff. Like Predator did it recently, Kong did a book like this recently. Take these creatures, these concepts, these mythologies, throw them into a different time period, and we can have fun. This one is What If Godzilla, but there was pirate times. And I am here for that concept so freaking much. I love Godzilla stuff. I love pirate stuff. I love the idea of Godzilla fighting pirates. I love the idea of pirates fighting Godzilla. All of that makes me happy. I'm here for it. I think this is really cool. This issue was so much fun. I had an absolute blast reading it. This one, I think more so than what we're going to see later on in the run, is just pirate stuff happening, and I love pirate stuff. It's kind of like Treasure Island in a sense, but instead of it being like Treasure Island, like the Island of All the Gold, it's just Monster Island, and I think that's a really cool idea. So we open up this book, and we are introduced to a pirate. He's the most pirate-looking pirate you've ever seen, and he's in prison, and he's talking to a British officer, demanding that they give him rum, because he wants rum if he's to be hanged. That's what we're doing here. And it's working fine. I'm here for it. It is British territory in the Caribbean, 1556. So right there, the big high time of the pirate stuff when, men like that are being hung for no reason. It's terrifying. But he's like, look, I just want my wine. I don't care. You give me my wine. I can tell you a story so amazing and so cool. You'll want to hear it. And one of the soldiers and the British officer are like, that's stupid. We don't want that. You better tell us what's going on here, because you're being a dick. And he's like, oh, I can tell you a tale of none other than Sir Francis Drake, a lost treasure, a fire-breathing dragon, and the Royal Highness herself. Uh-oh. Don't invoke the Queen's name in front of the British. The soldier starts beating up the pirate, but our officer's like, now hang on a minute. I kind of know what this is. Let's hear where this goes. So we hear a story from the year 1357, which is, I guess, around 200 years ago by the time of this book. So I think we'll get to it in the end, actually. We'll get to it at the end. No, we'll get to it now. I think this is implying, like, it's like the Godzilla thing where they rise every so often when, like, big events happen in the world. That's what I think is going to happen here. So it is 1357. Sir Francis Drake is sailing on a different ship. I believe it's a British vessel that he's on, and they're setting sail, a bunch of treasures aboard them, and they're attacked by two warring pirate factions, and among them is Antonio Botafoc, something like that. Botafook, something like that. An old captain. He's got a head for this kind of game. And the other captain on the other ship was named Martin Yanes, and Yanes was kind of like not really involved in the huge fight. He was kind of watching it from the sidelines, but eventually he's like, oh man, we just witnessed something scary. Because he hates the idea of taking money from these people, like the rich elite Brits. So why would he want to take money from them? He hates that he attacked that ship. So he's like, we have all this treasure from them. We destroyed it. This is dangerous. We'll never have a clean getaway. So we have to sail as fast as we can, as far away as we can. So he takes his crew, Martin Yanes takes his crew, across the entire sea, wherever he can go. And that eventually leads him and his crew to Monster Island. And when they set foot there, you see like a big footprint in the ground. And he's like, oh man, we found a dragon. Beautiful. And then in the present timeline, the officer's like, okay, and then what? He's like, and then nothing until I get my rum. They start taunting the pirate with the rum, and he's like, fine, I'll tell you the rest of the story if it can get me the rum. So then you see that Sir Francis Drake told the story of what happened there, because he was kind of like part of the whole insurgent that happened in that battle. And he's talking to like this guy at a bar one time, and it's like, I kind of got an idea. So he takes the story. This guy is given proof because there's like a weird doubloon that they find. It's got like the insignia of like Godzilla on it. So this guy takes the coin to Queen Elizabeth, and she's like, dude, you circumnavigate the globe to find that island, get our treasure back. Everything's going to be fine. And again, I'm like, this is my cup of tea. Like, okay, we have a British officer and he's attacked by two pirates, and one of the pirates steals the gold and puts it on an island, and he comes back with proof of that island existing. The queen's like, go find that island. You'll have all the resources you want. So they head out on a new ship to go find that island. And along the way, they're attacked by the Spanish because Francis Drake is a little bit of a dick to the Spanish. So they start to hurt this dude and attack his ship. And there's a huge ensuing battle. And they got in a huge armada against this one guy. And eventually, a big storm hits, knocks everybody off course, and we don't know what's happening. We just eventually return to normal waters. The Spanish Armada is gone. And then Drake finds Monster Island, and he heads over there to start the battle. But as he goes to get to the island, something appears from the water. We first see it to be the scales of a big creature, and that's when a dragon emerges. It's Godzilla, and Godzilla has arrived, looking like the classic 50s Godzilla, and that's where we end the book. So again, like, what I think's happening is, like, in the present timeline, we're going to see they're going to try for Monster Island again, and it's going to awaken Godzilla. That's what I think's going to happen. But this was just awesome. Okay, if this book was just like, Here There Be Dragons, blank title at the top, and suddenly you're like, okay, we're following this guy who knows, like, there's a big island with monsters on it, where they did, like, the Treasure Planet thing, or the Treasure Island thing, I should say, and they're just, like, gonna have to find gold there. I'm like, that's cool. And then you just throw in Godzilla? Hell yeah, that's awesome. Just Treasure Island with big monsters is a concept I will buy into. Throwing Godzilla in there, and we even have, like, a map later on where you see some of the other creatures, like Mothra, and there is, there's Ghidorah in there. You also see, like, a mermaid, and you see, like, a big crab, and I'm a sucker for a big crab. If there's going to be a big crab in this book, I might lose it. That's really awesome. But no, that is so cool, so incredibly fun, just amazing. All the classic Godzilla monsters just gonna be doing that kind of stuff. I'm here for it. I really like this book. I like pirates. I like the artwork. The writing, while a little on the nose, I buy it for what we're doing in this story. It's cool. So, Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons, issue number 1, I am going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.